Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're taking a look at the Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 Cammy. And I only have one more figure to get now, and that is DJ. I'll pick him up as soon as I can. I saw Sagat and Blanca went up for pre-order today, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully we get those sometime soon as well. But for now, we're going to be taking a look at Cammy. So without further ado, let's crack this package open and see what we get inside. I should quickly, because I forgot to do so with Guile. So you see your country of origin is England, fighting style, Shadaloo fighting techniques. So taking a closer look at Cammy. You can see the face is done really nicely as usual. The eyes are really well painted or printed. They sort of look like printed technology. Eyebrows nicely done. They did sculpt that little scar right there. Looks pretty nice. This hair on the front here is a soft pliable material. The hat looks really good. I see some sort of blotch going on there. Some kind of rub maybe. The sort of braids in the back here are a soft pliable material, and they do rotate. So although they don't have like a wire or anything in them, they can flex and get out of the way. And they do rotate to sort of give you like more dynamic sort of poses. Just be mindful, this one on my figure is actually really loose, so it doesn't take very much to pop this side out. They did the little red ties at the end there. On the back, not too much to talk about, except the obvious. But they did paint everything pretty cleanly in the back there. And there's like light shading going on with the uniform. In the abs and the recesses and stuff. There's sort of a light shading going on there. You can see that Delta Red is the group she's from. Is painted pretty cleanly. And they do have it painted pretty nicely on the hat as well. Taking a look at her gloves. You could see that sort of knuckle duster part of the gloves that she has. Looks really cool. Sculpted it really well. The skin does have some spots where there's shading going on. I think you might be able to see it from like this angle. So you can see some there going down there. Really nice. The I guess there's like camo paint on her legs. It actually looks really clean. Doesn't look fuzzy or anything on the ends, but they're just painted on, not sculpted or anything. Which is good enough for camo. See, they have the little red socks coming up there. And the boots. With that pretty big rim that she has there. And they do look really good. No treads on the feet, but they do have some peg holes. One thing I'm happy about is that Jada didn't try to, modernize the character and how her design was. She did have this thong-like sort of swimsuit design, and they stuck true to that, and that's pretty cool to see. Jada tends to use like hard plastic for their joints and parts and stuff, and while I don't mind that at all, I think they always end up looking quite chewed up on the Jada Toys, but this is pretty zoomed in, so once you zoom out, it's not really something that you notice. But as I'm in there, I might as well mention it. Let's see if she has any of that going on with the elbows. Yep. And I think other than that, she looks really nice. No complaints whatsoever. All the lines on the suit and stuff are like clean. All the lines coming around there, very clean as well. She does have some of that same shading going on down the thighs there. All in all, I'll say she's one of their best, especially in terms of the face sculpt. As you can see, it does look quite, oh, well, it should be this way, I guess. So yeah, it's another nice addition to the growing Jada Street Fighter 2 collection. So getting right into articulation, her head looks pretty far up. There's a ball joint at the base of the neck and a double ball peg at the top. So she does look up really far. Knock down, not so much, but decent enough. She does get the tilt and the diagonal ups and downs. Can of course rotate. I was a little bit surprised to see they didn't try to do a butterfly joint on her, kind of similar to how they did Miss Marvel's or Warbird, having a similar costume. But nonetheless, she does get about this much range forward, which is not awful. About this much range back. Arms do rotate and it does go up about this far. The bicep does swivel. And she does have really nice double jointed elbows. The wrist does not have a swivel at the gauntlet, but there's the usual swivel and hinged wrist. The torso goes forward about this far, back about this far. It does tilt from side to side. And the waist also has a ball joint, so in tandem with the top, you can get this much crunch forward, this much arch back, and this much tilt left and right. The legs or the hips always amaze me on Jada Toys. Somehow they managed to do this without breaking the sculpt too much. So the crotch piece is a soft rubber, so you can kick forward normally about this far, but if you push it, you can get it up really high. It does kick back pretty far as well. She does do full splits. The thigh does swivel. And the knees are double jointed. Love to see when they do boot cuts. They didn't do one on Bison, but they have one here on Cammy, which is nice to see. The ankles go this far forward, this far back, and the usual ankle rocker. So yeah, she's extremely well articulated, and she's gonna probably give you all the poses that you could possibly imagine from the game. So let's get right into accessories. She comes default in package with 2 fists, and those are nicely sculpted as well. The same knuckle dusters on them. And then she does come with 2 variations of open hands. One is a flat open palm, and the other with the thumb curled in. She does come with an alternate head sculpt, and it's a simple matter of popping this one off. Very easy. And plugging this one on. And checking out the details on this angry head sculpt, you can see it looks really, really nice. The eyes are really well done. All the inside of the mouth and the teeth and stuff. Really cool. This head sculpt does feature more windswept braids, so those can also be rotated depending on what you need to be done, and these can also be swapped with the more relaxed ones from the previous head. So depending on what you want, you can get whatever desired position you like for those braids. Lastly, she does come with this effect piece, and this simply attaches to her boot, so you can see the sort of semicircle shape there, which corresponds to the boot, and you simply plug it in on the end there. Want to do a bit of finagling, you can actually get her in a pretty decent cannon drill. So for height, she does stand about 5 3/4 inches tall to the top of the hat. Here she is next to some other Street Fighter figures. We have Ken, we have Guile, we have Bison, and Chun-Li. Taking a look at some other lines, we have Jada Toys Mega Man, we have Premium DNA's Earthworm Jim, we have a CT Toys brown suited Wolverine, we have a Jakks Pacific Sonic, we have a NECA Mirage Donatello, we have a Marvel Legends Warbird, and lastly we have a Marvel Legends Ant-Man. So in closing, another nice one from Jada Toys. Can't say that enough. The value that you get here for the price is definitely something that makes this quite appealing, and made even better by the fact that the sculpt, paint and everything on the figure is just really nice. So not much to complain about on this one. I did have some kind of scuffed and chewed up looking joints, but that is more of a nitpick, as you don't really see that with the naked eye. The braid on the default head sculpt is kind of loose on mine, so just be wary of that in case you have the same issue. It might fall off somewhere. So next up is Sagat and Blanca after DJ. I guess they might come out sometime in the summer or maybe later. Cammy is actually available on Amazon for $23.80 as at the making of this video. So if you're interested in that, I do have a link in the description to that. You can check it out. I hope this video was helpful to anybody who was on the fence about getting this figure, and until next time, you'll take care.